Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg McLear here live in the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're here every weekday starting at 1 o'clock going throughout the afternoon. I always remind everybody of that just so you know when you want to catch us live. We cover a wide range of topics, but right now we're talking about something we've covered here before, and that's the Hollywood Theater here in Portland. And there is a very special event going on with Vinegar Syndrome. Movie Madness is involved. There's so many things, and we might as well just bring on our guests who can more accurately describe everything that's going to be transpiring here for this. Thank you both for being here and joining us for this. And I think, to start off, would you mind each introducing yourselves and just letting us know who you are and, your organizations, and then we'll get into talking about the festival. Teresa, would you want to go first?
Sure. Thank you so much for having us. My name is Teresa Mercado. I am the director of theatrical for Vinegar Syndrome Pictures, and we are a film restoration and distribution company based out of Connecticut. And we specialize in the restoration of genre films, predominantly horror, B movies, martial arts, just weird, obscure movies, predominantly from the 70s through 90s that were shot on film. And we give them a second life by putting them on Blu-ray and 4K so audiences can enjoy them the way they were meant to originally be seen.
Nice. And Chris, could you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Chris Henniger. I'm the event manager at Movie Madness and Hollywood Theater. So Movie Madness is Portland's premier nonprofit video store with over 95,000 titles. And the Hollywood Theater is the giant movie palace on Sandy that we get to show the Garbage Pail Kids at with Teresa.
Nice. And Movie Palace is an accurate description of the Hollywood Theater there and how amazing it is. We've actually got some great segments that we've done, getting a little bit of a tour there of the Hollywood. So talking about this event, though, and can you tell us, how this came about and what people can expect? Because you mentioned the Garbage Pail Kids, but what they can expect at this event.
So I've developed a little bit of a relationship with the Hollywood Theater and Movie Madness. I don't live in Portland, but Portland is such a lucky city to have such an amazing theater and the sister video store. I live in Denver, and nothing like that exists. We have some amazing theaters, don't get me wrong, and some physical media stores, but the partnership between those two entities is really something special. So working with the Movie Madness team and the Hollywood team, they've been kind enough to welcome me and Vinegar Syndrome a few times over the years. I think this is my third or fourth visit collaborating with them on a screening and a pop-up shop at the video store. And they always give me carte blanche to choose one of the movies from our catalog. And I'm just a huge fan of Garbage Pail Kids, the movie, and really excited because Vinegar Syndrome had just done a new 4K restoration from the original 35 millimeter camera negative. So you'll see all the gross splatter and ooze and goo better than it's ever looked before.
What does it take to go through something like that, to upgrade a film like that's it's so old? Or, I mean, it's old as far as 35 millimeter. Done what was in the 80s, I think that originally came out.
87.
87. Okay, so what is the process like to do that?
So we are a one-stop shop. We do everything in-house. So we in our warehouse, in our facilities, our headquarters in Connecticut, we have a film archive where the film is stored. We have a lab where the actual scan takes place and the restoration work takes place. So we are cleaning up the film, we are cleaning up the audio, we are presenting it in 4K and or Blu-ray in beautiful collector's packaging. There's a 40-page booklet that is included in our 4K restoration physical media that you can buy online. So we really give the collector's treatment and just so much love and passion to some of these weird, obscure films. From a team of people, from the archivist to the film restoration artist and everybody in between. It is a team of extremely talented and passionate people giving everything they have.
That's so, yeah, that's just awesome that all that work is going in to preserve these things. And why do you think it is so important to preserve films like Garbage Pail Kids or all of the other ones that you go through and bring back to life?
Yeah, we're all film fans, obviously, that work for this company, but I kind of joke around and say, everybody's familiar with Criterion Collection, amazing company. We love them. And I say we're kind of like Criterion of trash and sleaze and B movies. And those movies are important too. They have value. They may not be as high art as some of the films that we're taught are important, but these are important films. Garbage Pail Kids for me is a nostalgic film that I grew up on as a kid. I have amazing memories. My partner has amazing memories of it. It's an important movie to us and many other people. So these genre films, again, they many of them kind of died when video stores went out of business, but they are important to so many people that grew up on them and young audiences now that have no other opportunity to see these. They may not be streaming, they're not as accessible. So by having the physical media copy, it gives these films to another generation.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. I mean, those things have so much value for so many reasons, and that's why talking about the video stores, Movie Madness being a place keeping that alive and keeping going. And Chris, I'll ask you the same thing. Why do you think it is so important to have something like not only Vinegar Syndrome and what you're doing here, but having a places like Movie Madness where you go see something physical, in an actual physical form, and seeing all of these different films that you have there.
Yeah, well, a lot of these films, are hard to find online. Streaming seems to carry less and less. And having them in the video store, we're able to introduce, lots of new films to our community. Certainly, every time there's a new Vinegar Syndrome release, it hits our new arrivals shelf. And, lots of new young people or, film students come in to rent them. So, yeah, it really is kind of the only way to make sure that we're able to watch these films that we remember or be able to experience new films that are worth watching.
And what about that experience of seeing it in the theater? What's different about that for people who
Well,
maybe didn't grow up necessarily or grew up maybe streaming?
yeah, yeah. Well, the theater experience, for one, we have a massive screen and a great sound system that you just won't have at home. But in addition to that, there's an incredible feeling of seeing a film with a crowd of people. It really informs how you experience the film. When people laugh, when people become quiet because the film is serious, you really kind of pick up on the collective experience of watching a film.
Yeah, I could agree more. That visceral reaction of being in the room with other people as you're all experiencing that same thing.
Yeah.
Teresa, I want to ask you: is there a white whale film out there, or something that you've always wanted to get a hold of to restore?
There's so many. There's so many. A lot of people ask, with the boutique physical media companies that are out there, because there's so many great companies right now doing great work. I'm not going to give specific titles, but there's definitely some films out there that I dream one day can have that treatment. But one of the big things when people say, "Oh, why don't you guys do this film or this film?" A lot of times there's a reason why. There might be an issue with there's not a usable camera negative. There's not an element to do an actual restoration from. There could be an issue with the rights, the licensing are tied up, or it's you can't figure out who the licensing holder is, or sometimes they're just cost prohibitive. But yes, I do have a white whale list that I will keep to myself with the hope that those films will come out one day.
Nice. Well, amazing work that you do there. Bringing all these films back to life and getting them to these new audiences and having opportunities here, like at the Hollywood Theater and Movie Madness, to see those. So, for everybody out here who wants to go attend, can you let them know, what's going to be happening there over the couple of days and just how they can get involved?
Yes, so on Saturday, the 30th, I believe is the date, right, Chris?
Yes, that's right.
So we'll be set up at the Hollywood Theater for a presentation of that new 4K restoration of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. That'll be starting at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at the Hollywood box office or on their website. And then I will be set up in the theater lobby about an hour before that with a little Vinegar Syndrome mini pop-up shop, including copies of Garbage Pail Kids for all the collectors. And then I will be at Movie Madness the following day on Sunday from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. with a full-blown big pop-up, and excited to talk about movies and get a bunch of weird, obscure movies in people's hands.
Final question for both of you. What is your favorite Garbage Pail Kid?
Valerie Vomit, of course.
I would say Bony Tony.
Boney Tony.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'd have to go with Greasy Greg, but that's just because it's,
Good
it's
choice.
close to home. All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us here. I really appreciate your time. It's just awesome what you're both doing for, film fans and just the community in general, and really amazing to have you both on here to join us today. So thanks for joining us here on Fox 12 Now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
And for everybody watching, again, as I mentioned, we are live streaming here out of the newsroom. We get to have all kinds of different conversations and segments here as part of the show. We are going to continue on. There is plenty more to talk about, and that we'll be doing. If there's breaking news, I'll have that for you as well. But we have to take a quick break. So we're going to do that. We'll see you on the other side. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.